with high tech. And let's just talk about that in general. We've been watching high tech growing up. I've been here a long time, I've been here since 1986. And it always surprises me because I go, what is it about this area that's good for high tech? Why is there a good fit?
I think we're all very social animals, and we have a feeling for an area. And the Tampa Bay, I retired here.
Yeah.
You've lived here for a long, long time. Obviously, you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley attracted its crowd for a lot of reasons, and one was the ingredients were there, and the other is people enjoyed living in that California atmosphere,
right.
The San Francisco Bay Area atmosphere. So I think what we're seeing is folks discovering Tampa, saying not a bad place to be, and the techies, the creative, the innovative are coming here.
It's interesting because with tech in particular, it doesn't matter where you live and where you go as long as you can plug into the internet and do those kind of things and find the resources that you need to springboard these ideas. So then we get historic YBOR City. I mean, this used to be the cigar capital of the world. For many, many years, it transitioned, had a rough time, but the last 20 years or so, it's been coming back stronger and stronger. And now it's one of the birthplaces of some of these tech movements. Why YBOR City?
Well, YBOR has got a lot of character. And well, here's an example. When you go out for dinner, you pick a place, maybe you're going to have a steak, maybe you're going to have a lobster. So the food is definitely of interest.
Okay.
But when you go into the venue, you notice the smell, you notice the lighting, you notice the art on the wall, you notice the way the staff interacts with you. So it's more, your enjoyment of your dinner has to do with the environment.
Okay.
So what YBOR City represents, it's got a great backstory. Here it was the cigar capital of the world, and it went through its ups and downs of feast and famine and fame and fortune. And now it's a place that is exciting, it's inviting. And you can watch a chicken digging the side of the road. You can listen to music. You can smoke a cigar. You can talk about business on the sidewalk. You can go to a bar or restaurant after work, have a cocktail. So the folks that are living up above the lower retail space and some of these creative and innovative and tech-oriented small businesses, they just feel at home in that YBOR community.
Because 10 or 15 years ago, it was just kind of like the nightlife, and that just kind of appealed to a certain group of people. But now you have the tech side of things where, I mean, the nightlife, you're having fun and all that kind of stuff. But the tech side is, you not only have to have a good idea, but unless you like eating bread once every other day, you have to have it make money.
Well, now, you need a pathway to success. And there is a chain of events from good idea to successful entrepreneur and business person. Along the way, you meet others who have gone through the journey and they mentor you. And you find a way to get connected with those who have the money to invest in you. And then you become aware of what it takes to sell into the market and how to craft a great idea with no market. It doesn't have great value.
That's true,
So you got to kind of match the demand of the marketplace with what you have to offer, and you have to survive the founder, startup, and development phase. So again, here we have an ecosystem forming where you have creative and innovative people that are being pulled into contact with business help, with consumers, and with people that may have money to invest. And there are new ones cropping up. Jeff Vinnick and his group have now started a venture capital money pot. Mark Blumenthal and Florida Funders are creating a new organization called Synapse, designed to, you call it curating a voyage from idea into successful product. We'll hopefully talk a little bit about the Softworks Enterprise.
Yeah, what is Softworks Enterprise? What is that?
Let me give you a little story on that. About 5-6 years ago, our Economic Development Council discussions were about what do we do with all these great resources. So we have a world-class university up at USF campus. We've got world-class medical facilities here. We've got so much government business and activity and global mission down there in MacDill. Yeah. And it's all swimming in this soup, but nothing's really coming together for purpose. So strategy started to develop on how could we make that more effective in terms of using our strategic resources. At the same time, the special ops folks were becoming increasingly impatient with how difficult it was to get innovation to the battlefield.
Oh boy, that's for sure.
You know, they would say, hey, why is the first guy to break into a building through the door? Why does the first guy in the group get shot in the face still? I mean, we did that back in the Vietnam era. Certainly there's technology to help. You start moving that threat up into the cyber era, and the tools of the trade, what you know is as important as what you do these days. So the ability to process intelligence and to gain insight on the battlefield. There are all of these things brewing, and the traditional acquisition process is very slow and cumbersome.
It takes too long.
10 years to get a perfect product isn't what you need. You need something good enough now. So the innovators at Special Ops Command decided, hey, if we get off the campus at MacDill, we'll probably come into contact with more innovators, private sector. And they experimented, went over to St. Pete, and they co-located with YBOR for a while, tried that out. They went up to USF and did some collaboration activities there, the Wave in Tampa. They camped out at Tampa Heights about a year ago in the old Armature Works building.
Okay, sure.
But it seemed kind of, all those places were really, really good, but not multi-dimensional. And then they came into YBOR City, and they found in that location a very natural blending of all the different dogs and cats.
Yeah, we've got so much on this topic. We're going to have to get you back again to talk more about this, because I find this absolutely so fascinating. But thank you for coming by. Doolittle Institute in 20 seconds. What's that?
It's a institute designed to help our defense customers innovate and rapidly prototype and get intellectual property into the warfighter's hands.
Exciting stuff happening right in our backyard, folks. Thank you so much, Major General, for stopping by. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.